Good morning and happy Monday. Heading to Tel Aviv now to the newest WeWork to meet a friend who is probably one of the youngest successful Apple developers. He has an app called Momento, which is insanely popular. I don't think I've ever actually met him. Been a couple of years since we've been connected, so that's going to be an interesting meeting. Then heading to meet Genady Cohen at Cohen of Ventures, one of the top VCs in the country, just catching up with him. After that, heading to Petach Tikva to meet Shlomo Mirvis from Intelligo. More about that company soon. Meeting him at Jems Beer Factory, one of my favorite restaurants in Israel. All in all, it's going to be a fantastic day and a great week ahead. Here we go. Made it to WeWork Hazarem bright and early. My meeting was supposed to be at like 9 a.m., but made it here early to beat traffic, and hopefully we'll be having the meeting at like 8:15 a.m. Definitely one of the funkier WeWorks. Also, going to attempt to drone if I can get in here and set up the drone before the meeting. We shall see. Well, slight problem with droning. All trees above WeWork, so can't really take off here. Maybe I could do it over here. Let's try. See how that goes. 9 a.m. Well, it's actually 8:50 a.m. That's me showing off my iPhone 10. We are in WeWork Hazarem. This isn't the latest WeWork. Since then, it's been Evan Viral, I think, is the latest.
No, I think this one is.
This is the latest one?
Yeah, but I think they're building.
All right, so WeWork like has dominated Tel Aviv. There's like 10 different WeWorks in Israel in general. But anyway, so I'm sitting here with this dude who, I don't know, how many years have we been connected online? You know?
5, I think.
5 years online. I've been testing several of his apps over the years. I don't even know where to start. First of all, he's 30 years old. Well, I'm going to let you talk in a second. I'm just giving you a little introduction here. The guy is featured around the world on iPhones in the Apple Store. His app, when you go to the Apple Store and it has little iPhone on display, his app is on it. That's one. 2, how many times has Apple featured your apps? Probably tens by now.
Every week, every other week, they have like some feature somewhere.
It's unfreaking believable. I mean, and how much you've probably spent hundreds of millions of dollars on your marketing?
No, almost nothing. Yeah.
All right, it's kind of like one of these Cinderella stories, I should say. So, what's your name? Who are you? Give me your background.
So, my name is Gennady. For the last 5 years, I've been building a lot of apps for companies, for myself, outsourcing, all kind of things. And for the past year, I've been doing an app called Momento.
Momento.
Yes.
iOS only, right?
Yeah, now it's iOS only.
Okay. I mean, you're a little bit of an Apple fanboy, I think. Show me your watch.
I am.
Is that an actual Apple band?
Yes.
Oh wow, man, you're fancy.
iPhone.
Yeah, he's a little bit of an Apple dude. All right, that's cool.
AirPods.
What do you have? I love, by the way, AirPods are like my favorite product since the iPhone. This is like
the best product.
Amazing. It's hard to explain until you try it. Like my friend Kobe Menachem, you know Kobe Menachem? He was the CEO of Crossrider. He's somewhat of a legend in the entrepreneurial world. So he had the AirPods and he's like, you have to get these. And I'm like, why? And since I got them, like I keep saying, it's the most amazing product. And if you don't have it, it's very hard to understand why it's so amazing, but it really is an amazing product.
Hard to explain the things that Apple do, why it's very good.
It's the execution, but we'll talk about that afterwards.
Yeah.
All right, so you're an Apple guy, so you built this app, Momento. Here's the cool stickers for iPhone. What is Momento?
So Momento is basically a way for you to create GIFs, but you don't need to work. You know, usually in other apps you need to cut the frames and align it and add the text. It's a lot of manual work. Here is everything is automatic and easy to use.
Okay, so basically, you know, GIFs, when you see short, I mean, I don't even know if this is the right way to describe what a GIF is. I mean, assuming you guys know what GIFs are. By the way, GIFs or GIFs? You're the expert. What do you think?
I think GIFs.
Yeah, I think the guy who invented them said GIF, but anyway. Yeah. Okay, so, you know, those short little videos you see on social, to create that, even though Apple, by the way, has it built in right now, right?
They can preview, but not create.
Really?
Yeah.
You can't share it out? What do you mean? What do you mean you can create?
You can share. They have like only rare cases when you send a live photo.
Yeah, live photo.
Email, it will. Yeah, but it's not.
Right. Yeah, but it's also very short.
You can share it. It's like.
Okay, so to create a GIF is a pain in the butt, basically. Momento completely simplifies it, and it's funny because, you know, when I hear that, oh my God, I think Benjie Singer is coming here right now. Benjie Singer, the CEO of WeWork Israel. If that's him, yeah, it does look like him. So when I think of GIFs, I think of it's like a nice, cute thing to have. How big is Giphy, who I would say is the Apple of the GIF world? How big is Giphy?
Giphy, they raised something like 200 million. And
He raised
WeWork,
$200 million.
600 or something.
There was, more than $500 million, and all they are is a GIF search engine. Not all.
Yeah.
I love GIF. You don't get me wrong, but like it's a big space. Now, people are using GIFs a lot. So, all right. So give me some numbers here. You guys. I mean, I told you you've been featured. All these things. You don't have to tell me exact download numbers if you don't want to, but like give me an estimate of how many GIFs were created on Momento. Rough estimate.
So I think about few million.
Few million
GIFs shared, created.
And this is with no marketing.
No marketing. A little bit. Only like.
What kind of marketing do you do? A little advertising.
A little
on the
bit.
App Store.
The App Store. It's like actually working really well.
You have a good relationship with Apple, also. That's
Yeah,
important.
it took years. They don't like, you need to do like really good work for them to pay attention. And
I'm very excited that Benjie Singer is about to come in here right now. This is the guy that started WeWork Israel and Saul Singer's brother, the guy who wrote Startup Nation. I haven't seen him in a long time. I'm very excited. This is very exciting. But anyway, okay, so but I mean, you go to all the Apple events. You go to WWDC. You go to and Apple knows of you, and they. What's up, Benjie? You don't go. You have a meeting now? What time's your first meeting? Good. Sit down. I just gave you a whole introduction on the vlog. This is the man himself. Do you remember when we met? Like, I don't know what it was, 3 years ago, and you're like, I'm starting WeWork Israel. This is Gennady. You know Gennady?
Hi.
Benjie Singer. This guy's
How
one of the most popular iPhone developers in Israel.
Yeah?
This is a sticker. It's called Momento. Like, it creates GIFs. Apple's all over them, loves them. Really cool company.
Are you in WeWork?
He's sitting with House Party.
I'm sitting with House Party.
House Party.
They're hosting me.
Nice.
Benjie, what up, man? So good to see you, bro.
How you doing?
So I remember like yesterday before you were a hotshot, you had this idea for WeWork, and I'm like, yeah, this is amazing. And then I came to see Dubnov, and it was like a skeleton of a building. Then like 2 weeks later, you opened up. How?
I'm still not a hotshot, but this
You know you're a
is
hotshot.
an awesome building. Yeah.
This is an awesome building. This is the
Did
latest
you
one?
see the Impact Labs and the
Downstairs?
Yeah.
I just heard about it. I have to go there
Yeah,
afterwards.
we go check it out.
Wait, so tell me, give me a little, what's going on with WeWork Israel? Talk to me.
WeWork Israel's growing really fast. We want to. We're opening up in Jerusalem next year. We're opening up in Haifa.
Where are you right now?
We're in Tel Aviv, 3 buildings. We're in Herzliya. We're in Beersheba, and 4 buildings in Tel Aviv. Sorry. And beginning of next year, we're opening up Jerusalem and Haifa.
Unbelievable.
More buildings in Tel Aviv. Working on a lot of cool projects.
So a lot of people, including myself, by the way, before I was a member of WeWork, when I heard of WeWork, it was like, and I spoke to some of the investors of WeWork, and I'm like, why? Like, it's just a glorified real estate company. But obviously, once you join WeWork, you know that that's not the case. But for those watching, why does WeWork excite you? What is the vision? What is the part of the vision here that excites you, Benjie Singer? Sell me on WeWork, my friend.
I'm going to tell you what excites me, first of all.
Yes.
What excites me the most is our ability to create a really diverse community. And now that community is all over the world, but now as we look in Israel and how we can bring in parts of this community that aren't inside WeWork is very exciting for me. Another thing is bringing people together and seeing the success that happens when our members
I only have
meet
one
up
question
and-
for you. You just got a phone call.
Yeah.
I just have one question for you. Very
Yeah.
important question. What cologne are you wearing?
Hermes.
Pretty good. I'm a
Thank
fan.
you.
Check that out. Hermes. I'm gonna write that down afterwards. All right,
Bye,
man.
guys.
Great to see you. Really good to see you. Always.
Nice having you here.
You know.
can go downstairs and
I
show
will.
everybody
Listen,
Impact Labs.
I couldn't make it to the awards thing, but you got to talk about how I
It
can.
was on TV last night. Did you see it?
I did not.
They showed the whole thing. It was
I don't do the
amazing.
TV thing, but we gotta schmooze it how and talk about how I can help you in any way.
Okay. Awesome.
You guys are awesome. All right,
Good
thanks,
luck.
Benjie. Thank you for the spontaneous interviews.
Pleasure.
Sorry for kicking you out of your seat. Come back here. Okay. All right. So your relationship with Apple, they know of you. You mentioned I don't know if you don't want to tell specific stories about specific people, but when you're at the Apple events, they absolutely know Momento. They absolutely know Gennady. Like you're somewhat of a name, one of the premium, I would say, iPhone developers in this country.
Yeah.
How do you explain it?
It's a lot of hard work, That's like they try to make people develop stuff that they love, and if you're doing it for a long time, they will notice. But it takes time. That's like.
Okay. So what's the other apps that you've been involved in the past? Just curious.
Safarelli is the.
Safarel is a comedian. He's a
called Jovi.
spokesman. He's a, I don't even know what would you call a Safarel? What would you describe? How would you describe? He's a TV personality. He's a.
I don't know. It's very, very
There's a lot of
talented.
stuff. Yeah,
A lot of
guy.
talent.
Very funny guy. Okay, so you worked with him on his app,
I
right?
worked in a startup in San Francisco actually for.
Which did movies and TV shows.
Yeah,
Right.
and
Tough
a
space.
lot of consulting and like helping people. Other people do good stuff, kind of.
And how did you learn how to code? Like you taught yourself? Did you actually learn it in school?
Yeah, so it's kind of funny. I always someone knew how to do it.
Always? What is that? What do you mean? You grew?
Like,
how does that?
if you have something that you want to do, you find a way to do it.
Okay, today is like a day of rock stars. Holy smokes! Benjie walks by. You come here. What's going on here today? Oh, is it really? I didn't actually know. Can you come around this way? Because I want you to get on camera right now. Okay, come sit. This is like what's going on
Yeah,
here.
every time I see you, it's getting on a camera.
So what? What's wrong with that? Who are you?
Ronnie Ceder,
Ronnie Ceder. What's your official title nowadays?
Deputy General Manager of WeWork Israel.
That is a mouthful. Okay, so basically you're running the show. But I knew you before you were a hotshot.
Yes, you did.
We were buddies back in the day. Listen, Benjie just walked by. He told me a little bit about what's going on in WeWork. Hey, I didn't realize this is your headquarters. Like all the hotshots are coming here. I love it.
Yes, this is a beautiful building. Did you see the impact?
Everyone keeps asking me about that. I have to go down there. I know. I'm gonna go.
You'll be like amazed.
I'm gonna go. How's everything?
Good.
It's been like forever.
Good, yeah.
I never see you.
Let's catch up.
You have to turn this thing off and catch up. I will do it. I'll do it. I have to know, but listen, after this, I'm running to Herzliya Carmel, but let's actually put something on the calendar and have coffee.
I'd love to. I'd love to. Good to see you.
See you soon. By the way, this is, I think this interview I think we can call it the ADD interview, right? It's like, okay. So you always learned that you always knew how to code. What does that mean?
Like, you want to build something and find a way how to do it.
Right.
That's how I've been and always.
I'm so jealous, by the way. I wish I knew how to code.
Like 5 years ago, when the iPhone only started, like to catch up, I had some idea to start. When your company that you work for, they calculate your tax you need to pay and all the things. So
income tax and all that.
Yeah,
garbage.
exactly. So I thought they probably have like some mistakes and people want to know.
Right.
It's been an app for it, and
you just built an app.
I had no idea how to do it. But somehow I managed to build it.
And it was a success.
Yeah, and people start to use it. People pay money. People send questions.
Love it.
And then
what's Momento's website? Do you have a website?
Yeah, it's momentogifs.com.
Momentogifs.com.
Yeah.
If somebody, whoever that may be, whether it's an investor who's interested in investing in a up-and-coming super, are you into looking to raise money?
No.
So no investors.
It's actually like profitable, really
profitable. So no investors. Okay. So if you're a journalist that wants to write about a totally untold story about an Israeli entrepreneur who built a profitable business with almost no marketing, at the age of 30, and just by himself with his hands, blood, sweat, and tears, how do they reach you?
Yeah, that's actually the question. I'm alone, and no one like, oh, how big is the company? One? No, you're kidding. Like this is like the biggest.
Yeah, you built like an empire.
Yeah.
How do people contact you? What's the best way to contact you?
Twitter, Facebook.
Twitter.
Genady at Twitter.
Gennady, Genadyo.
Yes.
On Twitter.
Yeah.
And on Instagram is the same?
The same.
Genadyo. You should reach out to this guy. I mean, it's quite a story. It's pretty awesome to watch. I'm watching from afar, and I'm like a big fan. It's amazing. And like I said, I have it installed on my phone. I just have to find the best in my workflow, because I use GIFs a lot. I just have to figure out the best use case for me personally to use it. But I mean, you're obviously doing something very, very right. Millions of GIFs shared. Apple's all over you. I love it.
Thank you.
Good luck, man.
Yeah, thank you very
Thanks
much.
for the interview. Entering Herzliya now, meeting my friend Genady Cohen from Viola VC is the name of the fund now. They just rebranded from Carmel Ventures, raised another fund, and he's just a phenomenal dude. Really a great VC. Very excited to catch up with him. Then heading to Petah Tikva to meet my friend Shlomo Mirvis from Intelligo Group, a super duper hot company, which I will be elaborating on at a later date. Excited to see Danny. Viola VC. Love it. These guys have probably one of the most impressive portfolios in Israel. They're invested in Lightrix, which is a remarkable company in Jerusalem, top of the App Store. They're invested in Outbrain, which dominates the internet, and so many unbelievable companies. Vatbox, just literally endless, remarkable Israeli startups. And Danny is a general partner and a good friend. Excited to meet him. So, I am sitting here in Viola VC. I've called it Viola for many years. It's Viola, right?
I don't know. I think isn't it in English supposed to be viola?
I don't know. What does Viola mean?
Isn't it the violin? No?
I don't know. You should know these things, man.
I should.
Okay, so
it's just it stands on its own. It doesn't need a meaning. It's beyond.
I dig it. Okay, so Viola VC just rebranded from Carmel Ventures, which was a global brand and a very well recognized name in the world, in Israel and in the world. Some frickin' crazy companies in this portfolio, one of which I have a complete crush on, Lightrix. You guys have Outbrain, you guys have
Payoneer, Iron Source.
Iron Source is, they're already a unicorn.
They are a unicorn, that's correct.
You guys have some pretty insane companies in your portfolio. There's no question about that. And I think you're widely regarded as one of the top value-add VCs in this country.
Thank you.
No,
I think we can end the conversation now. It's amazing so far.
It's true, though. When people think of Carmel, they think of
Viola Ventures.
I'm sorry. Viola Ventures. We're gonna get that. A lot of people, the first thing that comes to mind is they really help their entrepreneurs, which is great. And I'm not gonna say it's rare, but it's not necessarily common. Let's just leave it at that. Okay, so who are you? What's your background? How long have you been in this game? What's your thing? Talk to me.
Oh, wow. So Danny Cohen, been in this business for 16 years, which is quite a long time.
What did you do before?
I worked for a company called Comtouch in Silicon Valley. That was 2000.
Nice.
And before that, I worked for a startup in Israel back in the 90s. So I did some R&D, did some marketing.
You're originally Israeli, though, right?
I'm Israeli. I went to junior high in Palo Alto.
I love that place.
Yeah, me too. But it was very different in '83. Right. It's a long time ago.
Yeah.
And been in VC for a long time. Been here at Viola for almost 5 years now. And I personally, I love, enjoy, and I have all the passion for B2C companies. I think Israel has an opportunity to create amazing B2C companies, and I'm very proud of what we've done in that area so far, and many more to come.
I think Lightrix stands alone in that regard. Lightrix, just so you guys understand, if you open up the App Store, the US App Store, at any given moment, at least one, if not two, maybe even three of their apps are in the top 20. Facetune and Facetune 2, always in the top 10. They have millions and millions of downloads. They're at all the Apple events. They get all the Apple awards, the design awards. They're absolute rock stars. And what I love about them most, they're sitting in Jerusalem in Hebrew University.
Yeah.
It's like, what? They're crazy. I have a huge crush on them.
But can I say something about B2C just for
Please do.
You know, there's I used to be at Gemini before I came here to Viola, and my last investment there was a company called 90 Min. Israeli company, the largest soccer website on the planet. Okay, put that aside for a second. Viola Growth, which is our sister fund, part of the Viola family, they're investors in Glasses USA, the largest e-commerce in glasses on the planet. Right?
I did a vlog episode on Glasses USA.
Yeah. So here in Israel, of course Waze happened here. So here in Israel, we're producing these amazing global world leaders in B2C companies. But no, Israel cannot produce great B2C companies.
Wait. Hold on a second. Let's slow down here. So I agree with you, and I love all those companies that you said. Having said that, there's two sides to this coin. Number one, at the end of the day, you can't deny the fact that traditionally, and I'm being careful here, traditionally speaking, and Mark Andreessen said this to me himself, and he's right, traditionally, Israeli companies sold too early. We didn't let them mature. We don't have a Google or a Facebook yet. That's true.
Yeah. So two things on that. One, I think we're in a very different point. I think investors, entrepreneurs are and really want to take to let the bigger stories happen.
100%.
We see that in the passion of the companies we back, and I think also us as investors. I think I've seen this over the years. We're in a point where we understand for our model to work, we need to create these big companies. Now, I think Israel will and produce more and more companies that are worth 2 billion, 3 billion, 4 billion. I think if we get that, that would be phenomenal.
I agree.
For Israel to create the next Facebook,
we got some time for that.
We got some time for that.
But so here's the flip side of that coin, which is, while a lot of people compare us to Silicon Valley, we have to put this in the perspective of the fact that we're a country that's a speck on the map in the most unstable region on planet Earth. And, we have all the excuses in the book to sit back and be like, forget this garbage, innovation, forget that. But what we've done in this tiny little country, the fact they're even comparing us to Silicon Valley in and of itself is crazy.
I agree.
So yeah, I think there is this transition. I know, Michael calls it Startup Nation, the Scale Up Nation, they're all different names for it, but at the end of the day, I know, and I'm sure you can agree, that the words exit strategy are words that I have not heard in years. It used to be like part of the first 4 minutes of every startup meeting. How are you going to exit? I haven't heard that. Nobody asks that anymore. Now they're looking to build large sustainable companies. I know you guys are only looking to invest in, potentially billion-dollar businesses. No one's looking for the quick flip like they used to, and I think that shows we're on the right road. Having said that, we have a way to go.
Look, we definitely have a way to go. But we mentioned some of these companies. When I sit with the management of Lightrix, they want to build the next creative platform on mobile to be the world leader on that, and they're doing it, right?
They're absolutely doing it.
Iron Shores has a vision to be, they're way above $1 billion. They want to be a multi-billion-dollar business, and there are more and more and more of these companies. And these are exciting times for Israel Tech, no question about that.
I went droning off of Iron Source's roof. That was awesome.
Really?
Probably totally illegal, but it was awesome. Wait, so we're talking about the rebranding from Carmel to Viola, but you also raised a new fund.
That's correct. We finished investing Viola 4, and we're, as of today, looking to invest out of Viola 5.
How big is the fund?
So we announced 180, I think, but we're going to close over 200, and
$200 million
wrapping up and by the end of this year.
It's a lot of gumballs.
Look, we think it's the right number for Israel to enable companies to be those billion-dollar companies that we're so actively looking for.
So what kind of companies are you looking to deploy capital into? What's your spaces? What are you excited about?
We're focusing only on good companies. That's our new thing. It's like not only good companies.
All right. If people are watching here and they're entrepreneurs are watching, what are you looking for?
Yeah.
What's your sweet spot?
Yeah. So I think areas that we love, I would say I would mention four. One, fintech has always been our thing. We've been investing in fintech before it was called fintech, and we're continuing to double down on fintech and Fund 5.
Awesome.
Frontier technologies. These are the hot areas right now. But we have a partner dedicated to IoT, auto technologies, autonomous vehicles, drones, all that stuff.
AR,
Tons
VR.
of deal flow, AR, VR. Very excited about that. B2C, again, I think we're quite unique in that in Israel. We believe Israel has an opportunity in B2C, and we're actively looking for deal flow in that area. And then our fourth, which has always been since Carmel 1 even, kind of SaaS or enterprise application, enterprise infrastructure is our fourth category.
B2C, the reason that you're unique, obviously, is because it's risky. It's a risky business, B2C. It's difficult. How do you scale? B2B, you get a couple of clients and you're good to go. B2C, you're consumers. It's not easy. So that to your praise, that's pretty awesome, you guys. What are the stages? Like, how early can you invest? How early do you invest?
Yeah, so we do, we start from seed. We will do seed, but our core focus, I would say, is A round. We like to be the first institutional investor, so I would say our typical check size will be somewhere between 2 to 6 million.
Love it. All right, so let me ask you this. What is the best way for an entrepreneur to get in front of you?
First of all, you can always send me a note, danielc@viola.vc.
Can you give me your email like that?
Yeah, just like that. But I think, and I would encourage, I think the best way to reach VCs always is through someone you know, right? So if you get a warm intro, that always just it gives, I think, a better perspective.
How
on
many
the
investor decks, how many entrepreneurs, startups have I sent you over the last 5 years?
Oh wow.
Like easily, like 50 to 100. I don't know, somewhere in between.
Easily, and they're all good.
Really?
Yeah, they are.
Wow.
The majority of them.
I do. You know what? We talked about.
We take that seriously. We take that stuff seriously.
Thank you. I appreciate that. The truth is, honestly, I'm just gonna say, like right now, I'll show you the email. I have an email from Mark Andreesen saying any deal you send us, we take seriously. And I'm not gonna go into this topic right now, but I will say, if you want to take finder's fees, I'm not gonna complain. I'm not gonna tell you what to do, and I'm not judging you. But when Danny knows that when I send him a deck, I've no skin in the game, but I genuinely love the entrepreneur, love what they're doing, and I've done that initial filter. I'm not gonna send him companies that are completely out of his scope and things that he's not looking to invest in. So when I send you a company, you know that A, I have no skin in the game, so I'm totally objective and genuine, and B, it's a company that I believe fundamentally is a right match for you, and that's why you say you're taking it seriously, not because I'm some kind of good-looking guy. I mean, I happen to be very good-looking, but that's not because of that. No, I'm just kidding.
Both of us.
Yeah, that's true.
Thank
but anyway, listen, bottom line is keep doing what you're doing. Congrats on the big new raise and the big new rebranding. I love it, and I see that the whole office is already rebranded. That's super cool. You just have to start getting used to, stop saying Carmel, because listen, I'm sure that was a tough decision process to change the name Carmel, because it's kind of like a household name.
I agree. It's tough. It was tough, but we love it because Viola is a bigger platform than just Viola Ventures. There's Viola Growth, there's Viola Fintech, there's Viola Partners, more funds to come, and the platform itself is the largest tech platform in Israel. And again, the point is we are building a community around our portfolio companies, over 100 companies, and we think that they can help each other in creating much better business and value long term.
I love it. If you are an entrepreneur and you think you're building something interesting for Viola, shoot me an email, send me the deck, I'll look at it, I'll give you some feedback on the deck, I'll save him his time, and then I'll tell you if it's relevant. If it's relevant, I'll send it on right to Danny, and hopefully we'll get you a meeting. Dude, keep it up, man.
Cool.
Doing great work. Love it. Thanks for the interview. Appreciate it. Made it to Jems Beer Factory, one of the coolest restaurants in Israel. A little bit early. Shlomo will be here in a couple of minutes. Love this place. They make their own beer, make their own food. My boy Jeremy started it. Super duper cool place. The best chopped liver in the country.
But DC is not a state, it's a district of Columbia.
And this guy right here, Jeremy, is the guy who came up with the Gems brand. He literally had an idea to make a cool hangout for beer lovers, and he created this entire empire. He's in 4 or 5 different locations in Israel. One of the most bizarre and awesome people I know. Yo, Jeremy, who are you? Told you, the man's he's a weird dude. He's got one, show me your little...
Just one, echad, baby, one's enough.
He's an interesting one. Oh, tell me about this place. How many locations now?
We're up to 6 right now. This is our mama Jems. We have a baby Jems, a Jems Junior, a Jems Hotspot, Modine and Caesarea Jems. Just trying to touch all of Am Yisrael.
I love it, dude. But why did
respectfully, with permission?
Why did you take steak off your menu? Why did you take steak?
Sometimes you can't make. No, 1 second. This is an old man about law.
Oh, some guy's wandering around here. But anyway, it's a super cool place. You should definitely check out Jems, even though it's in Petach Tikva. Turns out there's some really cool companies here in Petach Tikva, like this dude. What up? Who are you?
Shlomo Mirvis from Inteligo Group.
Inteligo Group. That's Inteligo-group.com, correct?
Inteligo.ai.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Artificial intelligence.
Is that your new domain?
Yeah.
Is that new?
Yeah.
Oh, good, because I was like, why don't I know that? Okay, so Jeremy, yeah. So where are you in Israel?
We're in Petach Tikva, we're in Ranana, we're in Kfar Saba, we're in Mat Chayal, we're in Modine, and
Opening more soon.
How many more soon? We're hoping for 2018 is going to be another 5. We're working on Beersheba, Revolves.
And this was literally an idea. This was just an idea you had.
This was an idea. It took me 25 years to put it together, but it's all based on service. I'm a service guy. I love service.
Guess where you worked before? Where did you work before?
Actually, I've worked almost everywhere. But my I guess my most famous position would be at the White House. Worked at the White House under Clinton and Bush administrations for 6 years.
You're not kidding, by the way.
Running special events when I was a little more serious in my youth.
I told you it's an interesting one. All right, now I'm gonna eat this chopped liver because I love looking at your face and listening to you talk, but I love the chopped liver more. Oh yeah, best chopped liver in Israel. All right, turn this thing off. So we are finishing up our feast at Jems Beer Factory. That's one of the biggest advantages of working at Petach Tikva, I have to say, is Jems. I love this place. How was your chicken?
Amazing. Highly recommended.
I have to say, I had never had that dish before, but it was pretty darn good. All right, who are you?
Shlomo Mirvis, the founder of Intelligo Group.
First of all, let's start with the fact that I went to school from first grade with your cousin.
Amazing.
Like Michal Mirvis, like literally since they're playing basketball behind us. Fantastic. All right, so that's number one. Number two, like the way we were originally, I don't even know if you know how we were originally introduced, was through Ceder. Like 100 years ago, I had lunch with her and she's like, oh, I'm working with this company, Intelligo Group. I'm like, oh, that sounds really cool. And like your name was mentioned to me over the years, easily 50 times. And then Yair, I hung out with him, and anyway, I heard of Intelligo Group in 50 different directions. We didn't meet those till, I would say, a couple of months ago.
Right.
And basically, you know, I do say this a lot, it's true, but I can't help it. I have a thing for awesome companies and awesome entrepreneurs, and basically, you know, I saw what they're doing and I love it. So let me, I'm gonna pitch it.
Excellent.
May I? All right. So first of all, you know, you could close your ears because I don't want to embarrass you. He's a very humble guy, but like, there's something about entrepreneurs that are taking on, or I shouldn't even say taking on, creating a market. Literally like taking on something that has never been disrupted ever and completely turning it on its head and doing it with extreme humility. Love that. Just kind of give you props. Now, what is Intelligo? Background checks. So you're probably rolling your eyes right now because background checks are like the opposite of sexy, right? But the reality is that pretty much every single organization in the world at some point or another has to run background checks. If I'm HR of a company, I want to do a background check before I hire someone. If I'm a government, of course I have to do background. Uber, all these companies, they need background checks. Now, the way a background check is run today can take how long?
15 business days.
15, that's it?
Yeah, it's a lot.
Most companies do it in 15 business days, I think?
15 to 30, depends.
Yeah, I was thinking closer to 30, but anyway, it doesn't matter. 15, let's say 15 business days, and then what do you get in your hand? When I run your business, your background check, what do I get?
A very long Word document of 50 pages.
Which is
very time consuming.
Which is like impossible to like consume, and you know what, maybe the actual background check only takes 15 days, but then reading the background check is another 15 days.
Completely.
Okay, so these guys are using AI, what other components are there to your technology?
I mean, I feel bad using all these words, but it's true. It's AI, machine learning, semantic analysis, text mining, anything out there.
What he said.
We convert unstructured data to structured data. It's very cool.
Right, so you basically take this name. All you need is a name, a company, and
a full name, address, and a company, a name of a company.
And in 1 hour,
you'll get a full report about the person.
And that includes literally anything that person has had ever, whether it's a bankruptcy, a lawsuit,
legal, financial,
anything you need
social,
to know.
Everything.
This is like, I mean, there's pretty much no company on planet Earth that can't use this.
True.
It's unbelievable.
That's the beauty of it.
So the technology is working.
Completely working.
Completely working. And you pretty recently, a couple of months ago, announced your first round of investment. Tell me about that a little bit. How much did you raise? Who'd you raise from? What can you tell me?
We raised $5.7 million, mostly from family offices from the financial industry in New York, mostly private equity guys. One of our investors is Eileen Murray, the CEO of Bridgewater, the largest hedge fund in the world, and probably one of the most influential women in Wall Street today, I think.
I can tell you right now, you have like a serious talent to get into like these major powerhouses. I don't know how you do it, but it's pretty impressive. I'm just saying. I mean, every time we sit, like he starts throwing these names at me like I never heard of because they're like 80 levels above me. I don't even talk at that level. And he's like, yeah, I don't know how you do it. We'll talk. You have to teach me that. But anyway, point is, this company
I don't think you have a problem with that.
No, I think I'm not at that level. I can get hot shots, but in tech. You get hot shots in the world. It's like, we'll talk about it. But background checks, 1 hour, using all these, hardcore buzzwords, AI, the machine learning, the whole works, all the words that I hate. But in this case, what are you going to do? It's true. And you're just starting to build your clientele, and you got the biggest companies out there. You're not reaching out to them; they're reaching out to you.
Sure.
I mean, I've seen some of those emails. The emails are insane.
Right.
It's crazy. So I'm a big fan of this company. Some news coming soon.
Sure.
Stay tuned. I don't know about you, but I enjoyed that day. Some pretty phenomenal people in this ecosystem, and I am blessed and fortunate to be able to meet them almost on a daily basis. Tomorrow is going to be another great day. Back-to-back meetings at Prove HQ and a few other surprises. See you then.